the Bears had a great moment yesterday, almost, when Caleb found Keenan Allen, 30-yard plus play, but even though he was wearing the white shoes, the replay official was able to see that he was out of bounds. Yep. It got overturned. All right. Now Sam Darnold finds Jordan Addison for 69 yards, also on the sidelines. Yeah. And Matt Eberflus throws the challenge flag. There's no evidence whatsoever that he was out of bounds. And so Flus was asked about it, and we have the yesterday, and then now he was asked about it today. Yeah. 24 hours later. Plenty of time to think about it. This was Matt Eberflus's response, which I really am flustered. I'm clusterflused by. Here, this was the flus.
First of all, I threw the challenge flag because it was an explosive. It's 69 yards, and our defense did a wonderful job of stopping them. There for a field goal. I was really pleased with that part of it. But again, when that's an explosive there, we want to make sure that we want to throw that flag. Again, I understand, sideline and all that stuff, cameras and all that, but they've done a good job of replay assisting, coming in and working with that. But again, I think it's always warrants a challenge when you got that big of a gain. If it was 6 yards, no one would care. If it was 15 yards, I don't think you would care. But 70 yards, it's worth it, even if we don't have the best look that we want to have.
Okay.
You sound exhausted listening to that.
Well, he's just wrong on so many levels. It's nauseating. First of all, do you have the evidence that he was out of bounds? Because that is when they were going to overturn it. Not because it's an explosive play, and therefore, because they got a lot of yards, this is the time that we can just take a chance even though we don't know anything. Dude, you have to have the evidence, all right?
And where are you getting your evidence from?
And if you're not getting the evidence, if you guys are clueless, then that's a huge problem there.
And the guy that's giving you the evidence, this is the same guy that's been giving you the evidence since you got hired?
Because he sucks at his job.
Good Lord. There should have been a fire of a name that nobody of us know about. Right. Like, hey, Bears just fired Lincoln Johnson. They're like, what is this? Apparently he's the guy that gives them the information on the replay. Come on,
man. And Flus. And look, if you have the job here, or you get the job at Stevenson Junior High School, if there's replay, dude, if it's a 6-yard play and you have evidence that he's out of bounds, throw the damn ass flag, dude. Right. What are you talking about? If it was 6 or a 15, that's not the point. Yeah. The 6 yards could have been for a first down.
Come on.
It's the same ass thing that you said, kind of silly, sort of. Those 13 yards didn't matter on the Hail Mary. Yeah,
everything matters.
Everything matters.
Every play matters.
The only thing that matters is was he inbounds or was he out of bounds? And if you have evidence that he was out of bounds, throw the flag because you'll get the yards.
Yeah, I don't like making a decision based on the result, right? If he's out, he's out. Throw it or don't throw it. I thought it was close. Not that he was out close earlier, but I think like that third or fourth step of the sideline seemed close. The Keenan one, white shoes seemed close too. I'm surprised that he went toe tap instead of drag on that, right? And far be it for me to talk about wide receiver to Keenan Allen. I'm saying with his skill set, I'm surprised that he chose to go toe tap instead of drag, and then he would have been perfectly fine. But the challenge thing, well, that was the ref did it too, though. Not on that situation, but the ref, when Jonathan Owens got the pick and they came back for Jalen Johnson's PI, the ref didn't throw it until after the pick. It's like, don't wait till the result of the play and be like, oh, now I got to throw it. If you saw a PI, then call it.
Yeah. Like when somebody's going to catch a football and you see the ball release from his arms and hit the ground before he hits the ground, we're running right now. I don't care what the situation is. We're running right now. Hey, throw the flag. Hey, throw the flag. He dropped it. Especially if the referee is a bad angle, he didn't see it. Right. All right, we're getting that ball. We're getting that call back. So, and for Eberflus, listen, you're going to get fired this year, because you need to know that every play matters. Right now, every play doesn't matter. And as a head coach, you have to understand that. And I think, at some point in the future, you'll get another shot at it. And remember, when you do, every play matters, coach. Be prepared.
Well, and also, look, you had this whole thing about you didn't want your players coming out and talking in the media, and people have got to own their, and the players came back at you. Well, yeah, hey, like, we're going to say when we're wrong, you got to do the same thing. Dude, own it. Shouldn't have thrown the challenge flag there. We didn't have good evidence. I got to look at myself and how I can be better because I haven't won a challenge in a year. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. Now, it's hard to throw yourself under the bus that bad, but that's where you're at.
We all silly like the mayor.